One, the crazy viewership. Right? It was ridiculous for this Liberty Fever game that just happened. And then, of course, some mileage that some people flew. Just looking at it here, it says the Indiana Fever and New York Liberty game on June 14, 2025 drew a large viewership with 2.22 million viewers, man. Oh my God.
Remember when women's basketball was just background noise during halftime snacks? Yeah, those days are gone. Caitlin Clark just stepped back onto the court like she was headlining a Marvel premiere, and suddenly, the Indiana Fever versus the undefeated New York Liberty wasn't just a game. It was a full-blown cinematic event. Viewership? Sky high. Fans? Absolutely unhinged. And if you so much as blinked, you probably missed Clark breaking ankles and broadcast records in one smooth motion. Buckle up. This isn't your grandma's WNBA anymore.
Guess who's back again. Caitlin's back. Tell Caitlin Clark Kent back in action. Where do I even start? 32 points, 9 assists, 8 rebounds, 2 blocks, 7 threes, 11 for 20 in only 31 minutes of basketball. The Indiana Fever say, come on, New York. Come on. Somebody's got to give you this first L, and I guess it's going to be us. No Jonquel Jones, but the Indiana Fever handled business.
Look. Have you ever seen something so predictable it's practically a science experiment? Caitlin Clark walks out rocking that Prada belt bag like it's battle armor, makes a move, and boom. TVs across the country flicker back to life. Ratings? Resurrected. It's like she sneezes and the WNBA rises from the ashes. Then she sits out 5 games with a quad tweak and bam, instant silence. The league went from, hey, people are really tuning in to full-on cricket symphony in Dolby Surround. You'd think they cancelled Sunday Night Baseball just to clear the airwaves, and still, the ratings fell off a cliff, over 50%. That's not a slump, that's a nosedive into a ghost town pool, lifeguarded by tumbleweeds and regret.
The GOAT! It can only be one GOAT, man. It can only be one GOAT. What a performance by Cece. Man, this was well worth the wait. We've been waiting patiently. We've been itching, waiting for her to make her return. And boy, did she come back with a vengeance. Boy, did she come back letting the world know what they have.
Meanwhile, she returns, probably rocking that belt bag like it's some enchanted relic pulled from a vault. 3 weeks off. 5 games missed. First question, did the Sky miss her yet? Answer, yep. Every last bit of it. This wasn't just any comeback. Fever versus Liberty. Undefeated 9-0 juggernaut. Clutch moment. Do or die. So what does she do? She storms the court and blows past first half averages like they were warm-ups. Drops 25 in the first half, 25, including 7 threes. 7. In one half. One of them took just 1 minute and 38 seconds to launch and might as well have sucked the net straight into orbit.
Discussed before, Caitlin Clark, this is her first game back in 4 or 5 games after dealing with the quad injury. And she did not disappoint. Came out with 32 points, 9 assists, 8 rebounds, almost a triple-double. But 7 3-pointers, y'all. And she was hitting them from 40 feet. Like, she was literally shooting from anywhere, and it was cashing out. In fact, at one point in time, she hit a ridiculous one that Stewie just had to throw her hands up and they laughed all the way back down the floor because even she knew it was ridiculous.
Let the Liberty flex their cute little 9-0 record. Caitlin Clark didn't just show up. She strolled in, sized up the hype, and casually handed them their first L like it was just another stop on her autograph tour. 9-0. More like 9 and done. And did the world notice? Oh, they noticed. Ratings didn't just rise. They detonated like a Mentos and Coke science fair gone nuclear. We're talking a 166% spike, louder than a field of cicadas trying to hijack your summer. Fever's home attendance? Try 17,000 fans packed in tighter than a Coldplay stadium setlist. This wasn't just a basketball game. It was a full-blown cultural event. An Oprah you get a car moment, just wrapped in sneakers, swagger, and the kind of star power that doesn't ask for permission.
So this is major, man. This is major. Shout out to Caitlin with the motion. Caitlin with the motion, man. We already know what's going on with that, man. Great game. The competitiveness, the love between the team, like, it was a really good game.
Now they're comparing her to Tiger Woods, because when Caitlin Clark plays, it's not just a game, it's an economy. She's not boosting the numbers, she is the numbers. Take her out, and viewership drops faster than your phone battery on a TikTok binge. Put her back in, and suddenly the WS serving up a 5-course dinner with fireworks, champagne, and a wait list. She's not just moving the needle, she's yanking the whole damn compass. Caitlin Clark didn't just join the WNBA, she ignited it.
It's Caitlin Clark playing one of the 3 best games of her career against the undefeated New York Liberty. You can't even, like, has basically broken. It has broken the Caitlin Clark haters. So,
the funny part, they basically crowned her future MVP 15 minutes after tip-off, before the popcorn even finished popping. It was like the universe looked up and said, yeah, we've seen enough. Give her the crown. And honestly, who could argue? She wasn't just playing basketball. She was hosting a masterclass while casually dismantling the league's last unbeaten team. 1 3 turned into 2, then 5, then wait for it, 17. Yes, 17 threes. That's not just a franchise record, it's a statistical MIC drop. And she didn't stop there. No. She stacked assists like she was running a fundraiser, snatched rebounds like someone owed her rent, and scored so relentlessly the scoreboard looked like it was glitching from exhaustion. Somewhere, the stat sheet printer probably lit a cigarette and asked for a 5-minute break. By halftime, coaches were blinking. Teammates just jogged back like, well, damn. And the crowd, fully unhinged, chants, signs, tweets, total mayhem. Caitlin Clark didn't just take over, she owned the moment. This wasn't a game. It was a live Hall of Fame audition, and she crushed it with a grin and a few casual high fives, like it was just another day at the office.
I want to hear any Caitlin Clark slander after today's game. I do not want to hear any Caitlin Clark slander after today's game. As you guys know, I was going to give my quad up for Caitlin Clark. I was giving my wife's quad up for Caitlin Clark. I was giving up anyone's quad for Caitlin Clark. Got told she was going to play today, and I was like, she's probably going to take it light. 32 points? 32 points? I think she had like 6 rebounds, 8 assists, maybe vice versa. Like, absolutely.
Let's strip it down and look at the real picture. Take Caitlin Clark out of the WNBA equation, and what do you get? A brutal, unapologetic ratings free fall. Just look at Chicago without her. Suddenly it's crickets. The energy? Gone. The crowd might as well be watching paint dry. Minnesota. LA Phoenix. Name a team. If Caitlin's not on the floor, viewership barely scratches 6 figures. It's like the league shifts from primetime showcase to a grainy 1998 amateur minigolf rerun airing at 3 a.m. on a Tuesday. No offense to the talent. Yes, there are stars. Talented, skilled, battle-tested. But none of them are commanding the national spotlight the way Caitlin is. She's not just a player, she's a gravitational force. Ratings don't just rise around her, they orbit her. Without her, the league snaps back to reality, scraping for attention, clinging to a few 100,000 viewers, praying someone, anyone, notices. Right now, Caitlin Clark is the WNBA's oxygen. And that raises a very real, very urgent question. Where's the next Caitlin-level sensation? Because at this point, it's starting to look like the league hitched its entire wagon to one runaway comet. And if that comet burns out, or worse, gets sidelined, what's left? A league quietly hoping for another miracle while the cameras slowly pan away.
Me why I did not care about the Fever going 2-3 while Caitlin Clark was out. They asked me why I didn't really care about Stephanie White's offensive philosophies without Caitlin Clark. Well, here we are, back in effect. The Indiana Fever hand the New York Liberty their first loss of the season in Caitlin Clark's return game. Huge Saturday afternoon battle, national TV. Caitlin Clark drops 32 points, 9 assists, 8 boards, 7 made threes, the only player in WNBA history with that stat line, and basically announces to the league.
And the league knows it. Oh, they definitely know it. The moment Caitlin Clark landed in the WNBA, the scheduling gods tossed the old playbook, lit it on fire, and started stamping Indiana Fever across every network calendar in sight. Suddenly, Fever games weren't just games, they were events. ABC, ESPN, ESPN2, NBA TV. If there's a channel with a camera and a satellite dish, chances are they tried to get a slice of the Caitlin Clark frenzy. Out of 44 nationally televised games this season, a jaw-dropping 41 feature the Indiana Fever. Let that marinate. 41 out of 44. That's not scheduling. That's worship. For context, the reigning champion Las Vegas Aces, with the current MVP, mind you, didn't even sniff that kind of airtime. The New York Liberty? Defending champs, loaded with international stars, a legit super team. They got 32, which is solid, unless you're standing next to Clark's 41.at this point. She's not just a player. She's the headline, the highlight reel, the halftime show, and the post-game analysis rolled into one. The league isn't just promoting her, they are scripting the entire season around her. Fever games aren't optional anymore. They are mandatory viewing.